Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery channel. Dear friends, on our journey to discover the magical lands of the world, today we will stop at an interesting destination, Oman. This country is known as the Pearl of the Arabian Peninsula, with its own mysteries and beauty waiting for us. First, let's find out where Oman is. Oman is located in the southeast of the Arabian Peninsula, a friendly neighbor of Saudi Arabia, Yemen and the United Arab Emirates, with an area of over 309.000 square kilometers. Oman is only slightly smaller than Vietnam. However, Oman's population is quite modest, only about 5.2 million people, according to 2021 data. This is largely due to the country's vast area of mostly desert, making living more difficult. Omanis tend to congregate in areas near the sea or in major cities. Interestingly, despite having many similarities with other Arab countries such as a hot, dry climate and a predominantly Muslim population, Oman still has its own unique culture. Oman's economy is largely based on crude oil exports. While the desert can present challenges to daily life, it has also brought the country huge oil revenues, with 5.7 billion barrels of oil and 846 billion cubic meters of natural gas. Oman has the potential to exploit these resources for centuries to come if it continues at its current pace. So what makes Oman the Pearl of the Arabian Peninsula? It is a wonderful blend of majestic nature, rich culture and the hospitality of the people here. Let's discover more interesting things about this country in today's clip. Oman's oil industry accounts for 80% of the national income, making it a powerful economic engine. The country exports oil all over the world, mainly to major economic powers. In particular, Japan is the largest partner, receiving about 70% of Oman's total oil exports. This not only helps Oman consolidate its position in the global market but also creates a stable source of income for the country. In addition to oil, Oman also has significant chrome reserves, with about 2 billion tons of this resource produced annually. However, agriculture faces many difficulties in the harsh conditions of the Arabian Peninsula. Thanks to oil, the Oman economy has grown strongly. In 2010, GDP per capita reached about $20, an impressive figure. Although per capita income has declined somewhat in recent years, the figure of $15 in 2019 still shows that Oman is one of the richest countries in the Middle East. Oman is not only similar to other Arab countries, but also has many interesting differences. One of them is the country's long history. Oman is one of the countries with the richest history, not only in the Arab world but also globally. This country contains ancient stories and unique culture, making anyone who sets foot here fascinated. Humans have been in Oman for over 100.00 years, and traces of 6.00 to 7.00 years ago are still present everywhere, such as ancient architecture and lands containing the imprint of early civilization. This is one of the first places in the world where people lived in concentration, thanks to which Oman possesses a rich and diverse culture, completely different from the image of a dry Arab country that we often think of. Oman boasts 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, most of which are ancient structures. This is enough to see the long-standing and diverse culture of this country. But perhaps the most remarkable thing is the peace of Oman, a prominent feature compared to many other Arab countries that we often associate with. While many people still have concerns about terrorism or war when thinking about this region, Oman is an exception. A rather strange index called the Global Terrorism Index shows that Oman is almost free of terrorism risks. The country has long been free of any bombings or riots, creating a peaceful and quiet space where people can live in harmony and peace. The crime rate in Oman is also extremely low, a testament to the peace of this country. Because of this beauty and peace, Oman has become an attractive destination for many tourists. Before the COVID-19 outbreak, Oman welcomed 3.5 million tourists in 2019, an impressive number compared to a population of only about 5.2 million people. Oman was not a prominent tourist destination in the past, but since the 1970s, the country has made strong changes thanks to innovative policies. Since then, Oman has emerged as a bright pearl in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula, thanks to the talent of talented architects, who inherited the rich cultural heritage of their ancestors. Oman has built magnificent buildings and luxurious hotels, making any tourist wish to set foot in. The tourism industry in Oman has developed strongly with a rapid increase in the number of visitors each year. One of the interesting things is that applying for a visa to Oman is extremely easy, creating favorable conditions for tourists to explore this country. One of the unique travel experiences that you cannot miss in Oman is to transform into a nomad and camp among the brilliant golden sand dunes of the desert. Here, there is a special destination that you must visit, the camel market. This is where interesting transactions take place, where precious camels, worth millions of dollars, are bought and sold busily. Imagine yourself watching the proud camels, listening to interesting stories from the herders, and feeling the vibrant atmosphere of the market. All will create unforgettable memories in your journey to explore Oman. An interesting fact about Oman is the habit of drinking carbonated soft drinks such as Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Previously, these brands were banned in Oman, but now, you can find them everywhere in this country. In the heat of the desert, a glass of carbonated soft drink is indeed a great choice to cool down. However, what is special is that Omanis prefer Mountain Dew energy drink more. The reason is probably because this drink contains a high sugar content, giving an instant feeling of refreshment. To limit the excessive consumption of unhealthy carbonated drinks, the Omani government has imposed a tax of up to 50% on soft drinks with a high sugar content. As for alcoholic drinks, in Oman, it is not easy to find. As a Muslim country, buying alcoholic drinks requires a license and can only be purchased in limited quantities. This creates a special cultural space, where parties or meetings often revolve around non-alcoholic drinks. The capital of Oman, Muscat, is not only the largest city but also the cultural heart of the country. With a population of about 1.6 million people, accounting for nearly a quarter of the total population, Muscat is known as the White City, thanks to its pristine white buildings. The architectural works here are not skyscrapers, but modest but impressive works, no more than 10 floors, carrying within them a unique beauty and profound culture. Muscat is also considered the place where the gods reside, with a series of cultural heritages and majestic religious buildings. The architecture here is not only strongly influenced by Arab culture but also blends with unique features from India, Persia, Portugal, Africa and the modern West. This is understandable, because Oman was a colony of Portugal and Britain in the past. One of the highlights of Muscat is the Jao Shwen Mosque, an architectural masterpiece that can accommodate up to 20,000 worshippers. The entire floor and walls are paved with marble, in which the main prayer room can accommodate 6,500 people and features the second largest Persian carpet in the world, weighing 21 tons, hand-dyed over 4 years. The dome of the mosque is exquisitely decorated with Arabic patterns and a giant crystal chandelier, creating a symbol of Oman's prosperity and religion. When coming to Muscat, you must visit the shops selling exquisite handicrafts, as well as products such as unique perfumes and spices. This city is known as the Pearl of the Arabian Peninsula, with cool rivers and a pleasant climate, located close to the sea, creating conditions for a rich seafood market, one of Oman's strengths. When learning about Oman, you will be surprised by the prosperity and uniqueness of this country compared to many other Middle Eastern countries. Muscat is truly an interesting destination, worth your experience. Thank you for taking the time to follow this story. If you find it interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell and share the video. Let's travel around the world with us, with 2 new videos premiered every day at 11 AM and 7 PM. Now, let's say goodbye and see you again in the next journeys.